It's your guy, Coach Rogers, author of You Can Win Being You and creator of From Message to Movement YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Today, we're going to focus on why you can achieve big things. A lot of people believe achieving big things is about being special, being talented, having some unfair advantage. Now, don't get me wrong, all of those things can help you achieve big things. However, there are a lot more people out in the world that are achieving big things that don't have those special advantages. And so I'm going to talk about 5 things or 5 reasons why you can achieve big things. One of the most overlooked reasons you can achieve big things is simple, and this kind of encompasses all of them. There actually isn't as much competition as you think, not because people aren't capable, but because people, us, we eliminate ourselves. And so let me explain. Reason number one, most people give up. They quit early. That's just a reality of it right there. They just quit. They don't hang with it. They stop trying because it gets hard. They stop tweaking what they're doing. They stop believing it's worth it. The minute discomfort shows up, so many people tap out. Some people get bored. Some people, because they're not getting noticed, they decide it ain't worth it. Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes it is worth it. However, because they move away from it, guess what? They're not going to accomplish it. And then it's like, oh, it was just too hard. And so keep this in mind. It isn't because of talent, it's because of a lack of tolerance, a lack of ability to tolerate those challenging moments. A second reason why you can achieve big things and why people often don't is because of the C word, consistency. Consistency removes more competition than actual skill. Showing up counts for a lot. Consistency equals dependability equals discipline. Doing the work over and over again is rare because it's not sexy. It's not fun oftentimes to do the same things over and over again. And so a lot of times, like I was saying in point number one, people get bored and so they tap out. But those people that can be consistent, oftentimes they're going to build momentum, and that consistency, that momentum carries them places. Reason number three, and this is one that you probably haven't really heard too much of. People overestimate the competition. They overestimate how crowded the top really is. Because here's the thing, a lot of people talk big goals, especially around New Year's and everything. People are like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But very few actually have the systems and structure to support those things. Because let's be real, it takes discipline. Again, going back to consistency, discipline kind of go hand in hand. And so, yeah, a lot of times people, because those things aren't always the fun things, the sexy thing, they move away from it. And so if you're going to truly achieve things, you have to have those things. And so again, though, there's a lot of noise out there saying, oh, I'm going to do this. And so we often hear all of that and we're like, man, there's not any space for me. But let me tell you, there is space for you. And that's something that I can just really give a personal testimony on in my line of work. I've been blessed, truly blessed, to just rise to a certain level because I was consistent. And yes, when I was coming up, or even when I first started in this space, there was a lot of people out there saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And don't get me wrong, those people were very, very talented, but they tapped out. They didn't stick with it because it's hard to stick with it because of the fact that, again, a lot of the stuff that you have to do isn't very sexy. That's not the fun part of it. I like to say every passion has its dirty work. And so, yeah, you may love a certain element, or um, you may love the actual idea of certain things that you do, but then there's a lot of things that have to be done to support those passions that people oftentimes will walk away from because it's not fun. And so, again, the top is not as crowded as you think it is. The results aren't exclusive, they're selective. The fourth reason that you can achieve big things: most people are going to check out mentally before their competition actually beats them, so to speak. They talk themselves out of things, they compare themselves, and we're all guilty of comparison, especially when it's so easy to see what your competition is doing. Fear of failure is another reason. I like to say that most people are not thinking about you as much as you. They got their own lives going on. They may see you doing something on social media, see your posts, and guess what? They're just scrolling on to the next thing. They're not thinking about us as much as we are. You may come knocking at their door trying to sell something. Okay, you talk to them. Once they close the door, their life is going on. And so we often feel self conscious unnecessarily because, again, people aren't thinking about us as much as we are. And if we're not careful, it will make us withdraw or not even try as hard because of that reason. The final reason that you can achieve your goals is that you have to be in alignment. And oftentimes, many people aren't in alignment when they're chasing goals. They want certain things, they want certain outcomes, but their standards, their habits are not in alignment with those things. So when your goals match your values, you're going to be able to hang with it longer. You're not chasing the applause because sometimes that just doesn't even matter a whole lot. Don't get me wrong, we do want feedback, we do want validation, but that oftentimes doesn't truly move the needle. And so if you're seeking that, that's going to kind of take you out of alignment. And when you're not getting that applause, you're going to feel so discouraged to where you want to quit. You're not rushing outcomes. You have realistic expectations because of your alignment. That alignment, knowing what actually counts, knowing what's important, that's what's going to separate you from the pack. Achieving big things doesn't require beating everyone else. It requires not eliminating yourself, staying in the game, showing up, doing the work longer than most people are willing to do. That is how you achieve big things. Subscribe to my channel. Talk to you next time.